hook your man, like, well, how did you do it?
I know it was like that.
That's a bait. You hook us out. You bait us out.
Because as women, we are dangerous.
Some
As
girls
that
are
woman-
dangerous.
some
Some girls are dangerous.
dangerous.
Izzy, some girls are dangerous.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Welcome to our channel. First of all, don't forget to click the subscribe button. Okay, make sure to subscribe. Give us yeah. The sign is literally like this. Yeah, so like and comment if you have any like suggestions or if you have anything to say. Just put it in the comment section and we'll have a look at it. We are talking about relationships today.
If you're dating someone and there is a particular trait that you think you cannot really, tolerate, it's obviously fine that you would say you would like to change the person to be the kind of person you want them to be. But if you try again and again, and this thing looks like an attitude that the person cannot just let go, if you feel deep in your heart that this is a big turn off for you, I think the earlier the better, really. Get out of it, because you wouldn't want to compromise in a relationship, because we wouldn't say relationship should be perfect, but compromise, believe in your worth. Don't compromise on something that you think.
I like that. Believe in your worth.
Yeah. Believe in your worth. Just don't
Train
compromise.
Some nuggets, guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, there also the importance of communication in a relationship. Communication is key, guys. Is absolutely important to have it. If you can't talk to the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with, then I don't know for you.
Literally.
I don't know.
I remember when we started dating, she used to tell me, you have to tell me I love you every day. I was like, what? It wouldn't even feel special anymore, because it would be like, this is like a cliche or something that is just there. Every time tell me I love you. I thought I wouldn't feel the importance of it. But rather, if you save it for moments that I feel, oh, you're actually kind of saying it because you appreciate something, or you are saying it because you're admiring me at the moment, I thought that would make me appreciate that I love you more. But then, deepening it over time, I realized that, oh, if for a day I hadn't heard that I love you, I started doubting myself that, oh, is it that I'm not ready anymore, or is he changing her thoughts about me? So yeah, communication basically. Bombard the person with that I love you.
Yeah.
Bombard the person with that I care.
100%.
It works.
And also, like, when we're talking about communication comes with a lot of things. Not because you're just talking means you're communicating. You have to make sure that the person you're talking to is listening, and that you are also soaking in what the person is telling you. It's not you talking to the person. It's a back and forth conversation. You have to see that person as your equal, and you have to ensure that wherever you are saying that you're being heard. If you're not being heard, then you try and find a different way of saying it to the person so the person can understand you. And don't talk above the person's level. Some people don't understand big English, innit? Like, this is my husband. He loves using big English. So sometimes I'm like, babes, everything you just said, it went here, came out that. I don't get it. So please break it down into my level. But try and speak on the person's level so they can also understand you. Communication also should involve honesty. You have to be very honest and truthful with the person you're dating. These are all ingredients that will add up to you guys having a smooth sailing, hopefully, courtship into marriage. It really helps. Communication is key, guys.
Yeah.
So try and put all of those in there.
As you said, it's a back and forth thing. Obviously, there is no communication if you've not had a feedback. So obviously, when you say your words to the person, you should make sure that you've gotten, the feedback you wanted to hear, or even what you didn't really want to hear or expect. But that way, as the person has given you that feedback, then you can assess whatever they said and then feed it back again. And then, that exchanges would bring you to more or less an understanding. So, yeah.
And then we're also going to touch on the point, how to talk to a man when you're angry. This was a special request.
And yeah, how to talk to a woman when you are angry.
So I'm gonna start off about how to talk to a man when he's angry, and then my Harry is going to talk about how to talk to a woman when she's angry. It's not always about the man, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes women to our anger is crazy, but then we tend to how do you call it? We harvest it. Make sure when when it grows, then we'll take up the tree and then we'll bring it home and then we'll cook it. We'll not even cook it straight away. In fact, we'll marinate it. Make sure all the ingredients have gone in, all the anger, the beatings, the swear words, everything is just marinating in that pot. And then we'll cook it and then serve it deliciously to you. So yeah, me personally, I'm the worst. My husband is my witness. I'm the worst because I have anger issues. When I was pregnant though, I was very, very, very cool. I like nothing faced me. Yeah. But I'm usually an angry person, and literally, I would just anything that I don't see that is right. You are wrong. You are wrong. So it's very hard for me to try and say, okay, how will I talk to Emmanuel when I'm angry? Sometimes I actually think about it in my head. I'm like, okay, cool. So I will go this way. I'll go quietly. I'll go to his feet and kneel down and then look him in the eye and be like, baby, I'm so sorry. Why? And then try and make him feel bad so that I can put my point across. But I was like, that's not me. I'm not that person. So I'll try and find a different way of talking to him when I'm angry. And me personally, when I'm angry at him and I try to speak to him, what I mostly do is I'll scream first, I'll shout. But that's not the best way to do it, guys. That's not the best way. If you're angry at him, just wait. Wait. He will bring himself. By the time he brings himself to come and ask you, baby, are you okay? I can see that the mood is a bit, some way. By that time, you have cooled down. So that's one way of doing it. I would suggest, that's my personal thinking that I think helps me. That when I'm angry, I don't speak straight away. I just wait for him to come to me and be like, okay, I feel like me, my actions will tell you that I'm angry. So then he would then be like, okay, you be doing this and that. Like he's now figured it out when I'm angry. So when I'm doing those things, he's like, okay, cool. I can see you're angry. What's up? Then I tell him. When I'm telling him, then I'm not as angry as when the thing happened. So that's my way of dealing with it when I'm angry and I'm speaking to my man. Because I'm like, okay, now I know that if I'm angry, the things I say, they can be quite hurtful, and they can also be quite like, you're not making sense because you're so angry. When I'm angry, sometimes I don't make any sense. Trust me. I'll say something, I'm like, what did I even mean by that? So yeah, try and calm yourself down or wait for him to come to you. But if you feel like we're all humans and sometimes you can't, how do you go? You can't downplay your anger and it just flows out. But when it flows out, please, no matter what you do, just have it in the back of your mind that you won't insult him. Those things are so powerful. You know, in our Ghanaian dialect, if you call Bema Kwasia, they finished, case die, everything is over. So please, if you're Ghanaian, please don't be saying that. And even if you're not Ghanaian, like all in general, like as women, if you're talking to him, please do not swear at him. Just try and speak plain English. I'm sure you won't find any insults in there. Just try and be as putting your point across just straight. Don't try and find insults to add to it and everything. Try and find a way to calm yourself down before talking, because in anger we say a lot of things, and most of the things that we do say in anger we mostly mean. So just be careful what you do in anger. There is no textbook way of talking to a man when you're angry, but the best you can do is study your man, know how he is, know the kind of person he is, and then sometimes there's some things that you can even let go. So just taste the waters and then decide what to do. But it's an individual thing, and I know a lot of women have anger problems. Human beings, we have anger problems in general. So yeah, my advice is what I've just given. That's how I handle things, and that's how it's helped me. So if you try and helps you too, then we're good. But if not, then try another method. There's so many things out there that you can try. You can try meditating, you can try praying. All of these things help you to calm down and to put your anger in check so it doesn't lead you into a bad place. If you're courting as well, please, this is not the time for you to be doing those things because obviously you're trying to hook him. So please take care. That's a tip he doesn't know.
That's just telling me. That's just telling me. All right. So what I do when I'm angry? What do I do, baby? You don't know?
What do you
Remind me. I need a reminder what I do when I'm angry. But basically, the very first thing is I try to be silent because silence is golden. I'm very wary of words that are spoken because obviously words spoken cannot be taken back. You cannot eat back your words when you spit them out, and it has sort of an everlasting stick in someone's head. The words you say to them, even though they say actions speak louder than words. To be fair to you, words also remain in the heart and in the mind longer.
Yeah.
So basically, when I'm angry, I'm wary of the things that come out of my mouth because literally, metiwe mano ya ankasa mano ya because obviously I do not. I've sworn to myself I'm never going to hit my wife. Like I can't do that. So I know that since I cannot hit her when I'm angry, then I know my words can do a lot of damage. So now I'm just trying to mitigate or prevent any issues with my words. I would rather walk away, go and take a drive, go and walk around, go and play football, anything to let me just forget about, the issue at hand. And in my silence, in those times, you realize that oftentimes, by the time you even come back, you might be actually a bit calmed down. And then obviously when I feel like tempers are down, tensions are down, then I approach her with my issue. Normally, I try to crack a joke. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But, you should know your partner. You should know your wife or your husband. Once you know them, you would figure out the very best way to deal with them. Whether they would rather want to hear you when they are angry or they wouldn't want to hear you when they are angry. Because, you also have to be wary that when someone is angry, and you decide to rather shut up, it can be either or. Whether it will rather make them more annoyed or it will make them calm down. Because realize that if you are not speaking when they need you to speak, that can also annoy them. If you speak more than they expect you to speak when they are angry, that can also annoy them. So you need to find more or less a fair balance when to speak and when not. And when you decide to speak, be careful of the words you speak. That's what I'll say for now.
Yeah. So yeah, what we would say in summary is if you're courting at the moment or you're dating or whatever they call it this day,
seeing each other,
talking to each other,
we are talking. Oh my days!
But we'd actually, you know what? We're actually going to do another video about seeing each other. But yeah, what I would say, and I would advise people that are those that are in a relationship at the moment looking to marry, please, 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 please. Marriage is not all that is cracked up to be. 100%. If everyone was revealing what goes on in and out of their marriages, you probably open your mouth and be like, damn. Okay. It's a lot. So don't let social media or people fool you that marriage is so cute, so cool. Yeah, the wedding and whatnot, the pictures look so nice, but the behind story is something which
it's a long journey.
Yeah, it's a very long journey. So when you're in a relationship, just make sure that this is somebody you can live with and somebody you can spend the rest of your life with, and make sure that you treat that person like, this is one advice that I took from Miles Monroe and from reading his books. And it's like, literally, treat your man as your child, like your firstborn child. Those of us that have, kids, we literally like our first children are like, yes, everything, because this is the first time you've experienced all that and the love is immense. If you treat your man as your first child, it's literally easy, because then everything they do is like, okay, yeah, Honestly, you get angry, but you get over it. You know, but if you don't put that mentality in your mind, it's very hard to let certain things go. The way you treat a child, you know, when a child does something when they're 6 months, you don't remember it when they're 20, you forget it. So try and see it in that sense. And if you are single, looking to go into a relationship or looking to course leading straight to marriage, please use this time to build yourself. Girl, you need to build yourself. You need to mentally be ready. You need to be emotionally ready. You need to, like, financially, I wouldn't say financially ready, but if you have a bit of something to back you, yeah, you're good. You're good. So that's what I would say for the singles, that please, 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 emotionally, spiritually, personally, just be on point and build yourself up. The fact that you're not married, it doesn't mean anything. Trust me. Because when you do get hooked into it, you want to enjoy it. Like the way I'm enjoying mine. Yeah, that's all I have to say, really.
Yeah, to the singles, as I said earlier, when you know your worth, you wouldn't compromise. So how would you know your worth? It's all the things she's mentioned. Build yourself up mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially, and in that way, you've sold yourself out there. You've sold yourself out there. When we guys see you, be like, oh, not just because of the physical beauty alone, but we look at all other things about you. We check your social media, we check your family, we check your, the way you talk, all other little background checks. Guys, sometimes we are really, really more than, CIAs, if you like. We are chief investigators. So we look at all the traits about you and we be like, oh, this one is ticking all the boxes. So just sell yourself out there, ladies. Know your worth, build yourself up, and yeah, you hook your man. Like, well, how did you do it?
I know it was like that.
That's a bait. You hook us out. You bait us out of the waters. We'll come out like it will surprise you. You know how the kind of big fish you catch when you build yourself up.
Yeah, and the men too. You know what? Build yourself up for your woman. Us women love strong men with good balances in their bank accounts. You know. We're not cash.
It's necessary.
So yes, the mentee, yeah. Always make sure that you know the kind of woman you're getting married to, because as women we are dangerous.
Some girls are dangerous. Some girls are dangerous. Izzy, some girls are dangerous.
Hey, what?